Sooner, everybody. I'm back. I'm Harry James. A second half, huge second half, I should say, helps the Sooners pull past the Flash of Kent State. We'll review what happens. Plus, we'll give you kind of a traveling update for Moa for next week for the review show that we will then be doing with the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Alright, guys? Because someone that is on this video is headed to Lincoln. I don't want to drag my computer and all my stuff out up there, so that leaves me only one choice, is to leave it here. So, that being said, there we go. We'll tell you the updates, plus give you a full recap of what happened as the Sooners, second half, huge second half, by the way, helps the Sooners pull past the Kent State Flash. All right, guys, here's the review. Coming up next, Boomer Sooner 1982. Don't go away. Welcome back to the show, everybody. You guys know me. I'm Harry James. All right. Before we get to the recap, as you guys know, yours truly headed to Lincoln next week. And, I'm not, I do this for fun. I'm not part of the media. Never have been part of the media. Have always wanted to be part of the media, radio, all that stuff. But I'm not, so can't very well just take my laptop on in there and do all the stuff. And I don't just want to leave it in my hotel room. So I'm just going to leave all my stuff here in Oklahoma. So with that being said, I believe my plane would have landed about an hour ago. So I'll still have to get all the stats put in, what I want to say in the review, write it all, type it all out. So could be a while next week for the preview, review, and the picks, but you'll get them as soon as I can finish them. Speaking of review, let's do a review first, though, for the Kent State Flash. Kent State Flash. And with that, the Flash and Lightning started with Kent State with 19 Colin Schnee, who at the end of the day, by the way, for statistical analysis, had 131 yards through the air, didn't have a touchdown or a pick. His longest completion, 24 yards. Then, passing statistics, we go to Schnee, to our very own hopeful Heisman candidate, Dillon Gabriel. Gabriel, 296 yards through the air, 3 tuggies for touchdowns. Still no picks for the night for him and the season, by the way. And a long pass of 58 yards for Gabriel. Helping the rushing attack for both quarterbacks. Quarterback for Kent State helping his own cause. 19 Colin Schnee, 12 carries to go for 55 yards, 0 touchdowns there also. And a long distance run of 17 yards for him. Also carrying the ball on a normal running back basis, Marquez Cooper, 22 carries for 55 yards on his right. Also 0 touchdowns and a long run for him of 11 yards. Oklahoma's rushing game looked like this, and it was Eric Gray and Marcus Major. Zero. Eric Gray had 10 carries to go for 71 yards, 0 touchdowns. Long run, by the way, of 44 yards. And Marcus Major, 5 carries to go for 38 yards and a touchdown. A long run of 16 yards. The passing game for both teams was pretty good in the first half, at least for Schnee. And in the first half and through the game, he found Devontae Cephas. He was the one that everybody was worried about. And Raymond Jones, wide receiver for Kent State. 14 Dante Cephas, 4 carries, 50 yards. Didn't score a touchdown in his book. Long catch of 24 yards. Raymond Jones, number 12 for Kent State. 2 catches for 10 yards and a long distance catch of 5 yards. And, by the way, 0 touchdowns for him also. Oklahoma, wide receivers, Marvin Mims and Theo Weiss, the two, couple of 5-stars for you. The 5-star that really showed up, though, marvelous Marvin Mims, 7 catches, 163 yards in a tugboat. Couple of tugboats. 2 tugboats, to be exact. 2 touchdowns. A long catch of 58 yards. And Theo Weissy, 3 catches, 37 yards, 0 touchdowns. A long catch for him of 20 yards. So that's a little offense for you. Little defense. You got to play some defense. If you're going to play in the Big 12 and you're going to play with Brent Venables, defense really stepped up, by the way, for Oklahoma over the last couple of weeks. Before we get to the Oklahoma, let's talk about Kent State. For Kent State, Nico Bolden, defensive back with 12 tackles, total tackles, I should say. 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, 0 picks for him. Linebacker Marvin Pierre, 8 total tackles for him, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, 0 picks for him. Defensively, for OU, who's that guy again? He wears 28 like a champ, man. Adrian Peterson wore 28, as did Antonio Perkins wear 28. Now, 28 belongs to Stutzman. That's Danny Stutzman, for all you guys out there that don't know. 12 total tackles from his linebacker spot. 0 forced fumbles, 0 picks from the linebacker. From Florida, Justin Broyles, defensive cornerback. 11 total tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 0 picks, 0 fumbles forced for JB. So that's a little offense and defense for you. Now, we all know that there's one other case to the game before we get to the scoring. We all know what that is, special teams. And the special teams were special tonight. 96 for Joshua Smith for Kent State. 6 punts, averaging 43.3 and average. 2 punts inside the 20. 0 touchbacks and a long punt of 49 yards. While the Turk, Michael Turk, 6 punts, 38.7 in average, 3 inside the 20, 1 touchback, and a long punt of 45 yards. But you know what? The punting is cool. We all love the punting. But we all want to see points on the board. And how do you get points on the board in special teams? Kicking. The regular kicking game for Andrew Glass for Kent State, 50%, 1 for 2. And a long punt, the long kick made, though, from 37 yards. For Oklahoma, Zach Schmitty, the kicker Schmitty, 1 for 100%, the long kick from 25 yards out. All right, guys, that's that for that. Now let's get to the scoring highlights and how we got to a 33-3 win over Kent State. Very, very low scoring first half. In fact, through the first quarter, there was no scores. And until 8:27 left in the second quarter, there was no score at all until a the 37-yard field goal make by Andrew Glass. Number 60, Andrew Glass, by the way, for Kent State. Up and good. The Flash are up 3-0. And it would stay that way until 18 seconds left in the quarter. Second quarter, I should say, in the half. And that is when Dillon Gabriel finally got on the board, finding marvelous Marvin Mims from 36 yards out. 7-3, Oklahoma finally on top. 18 seconds left till break. Nothing happened after that. Then, third quarter. Here we go in the third quarter, guys. This is when the Sooners really take over. Marcus Major, 24, Marcus Major finds the end zone on a 16-yard touchdown run. Here we go. Now we're looking good. 12:41 left. It's 14-3 at this point. Sooners score there. Then, with 9:15 left, they do it again. 17-3 with a 23-yard field goal from Jack Schmidt. Starting to pull away now. Sooners starting to hook, line, and sink this thing. And you know what? They're going to sink Kent State even more, fish them in with 2 touchdown passes. The first one, the Stoops one. 18-yard touchdown pass from Dillon Gabriel to Drake Stoops. Without a shoe, by the way. A shoeless Stoops. 24-3 at this point. 5:31 left. By the way, when this one happened, and the lights went out, and the fireworks and all, that was all cool stuff, man. That is like SEC quality stuff right there for these scores. And you know what? In the third quarter, you'd be able to see the lights go out in Owen Field one more time because of a 58-yard touchdown pass to marvelous Marvin Mims from Dillon Gabriel. 31-3 at this point. We have a with 1:35 left in the third quarter. Sooners starting to smell the grass. They're starting to see Lincoln playing in Lincoln undefeated. But in the fourth quarter, they would add another safety. That's 2 points. Just to put the staple in on it. Actually, it was Colin Schnee. Tried to scramble out of there and moves around quite a bit. Back into the end zone. And you know what? His shoe, I'm not even know how much of his shoe. Might have been like a string of shoe, lace. But touched the back of the end zone. We all know what that is. That's a safety. That's 2 more points for Oklahoma. And 31-3 with about 14:05 left. So it was just at the beginning of... No, actually it was about 12 minutes left in the game. That was the final score, by the way. This is the safety. All right. Well, so we talked about the scoring highlights. We talked about the highlights in themselves. What about some just normal play highlights? 2 play highlights. Offensively, it's got to be the 36-yard touchdown pass to Marvin Mims that got the Sooners on the board, got them rocking and rolling, that got them the 7-3 lead that they would stretch out, by the way, to eventually be a 33-3 lead. Pretty big. Big play of the night defensively for Ted Roof and company. Well, right after Marcus ran in the touchdown and made it 14-3, Kent State was about to start a drive. And that is when Colin Schnee finds Devontae Walker. 12-yard pass, so it would have been a first down. But again, our guys, more than one, they team tackle the ball. Specifically on this one, it was 4 Jaden Davis and 2 Billy Bowman. Billy got his big paw up there also, by the way, and snapped the football out as they were trying to bring him down. And you know what? Billy recovered the ball. Billy Pullman, number 5. Billy Pullman recovered the ball. So he gets the strip and recovery for Billy. Let it go, big guy. That would help the Sooners on the next drive to kick a field goal. And that happened on 2nd and 13 with 11:30 left in the third quarter. All right, guys. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. Now, remember, next week, next Saturday, I should say, or Friday and Saturday, I will be in Lincoln, Nebraska. So I'm not taking my laptop. I'm not taking my stuff down there. I'll leave it here. So I'll be able to know where it is and find it, do the updates and all that, and get the video out as soon as possible. All right, guys. Well, if you're like me and you're headed to Lincoln and you want to hang out, cool. Let's do that. Good way to get a hold of me if you want to do that, by the way. Same way to watch these videos. Specifically the Facebook and Twitter, of course, YouTube. You can do it that way, but probably not going to get much reaction there. YouTube is Boomer Sooner 1982. Facebook, by the way, Harry James Taylor. Do it that way. Or on the Twitter box at Hype Man Harry. It's there. Also, all the videos are, by the way, up at those spots. Also, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. My name's Harry James. You can catch all my videos there. That's it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And, hey, Boomer Sooner, everybody. 2-0, baby. I'll take it. All right. If you're heading to Lincoln, see y'all out there. If not, see y'all next week. And peace out, guys. Boba.